believe. Let's take a look. Yep. Hang on.
Yeah. Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is starting up like a smoke fest.
Okay.
Got some technical difficulties. I believe we're here, boys and girls. How are you, Dan?
I believe we are here. How's my sound?
Your sound is fantastic, my brother. And
Awesome,
we already
there's
got somebody
no
in the
echo
chat.
at
What's
all.
up, Jim? How you doing? Yeah, we had some technical difficulties. Dan's tech blew up on him today, and we had to go a different route, and it's been hectic. But as you can see, his logo is there, and he's ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna. How was your day, other than the technical snafus, my brother?
Oh my goodness. Still busy.
Yeah. Summertime, it's just gonna stay busy for you, right? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, guys.
Wow.
What's the matter? Are you
Oh, I've got 3 echoes in my ear right now. Unbelievable.
Oh, my man. I hate it for you, bro.
So now I'm looking at the Skype call. I see 2 videos up on the Skype call.
Right. One's Tom, one's you.
Do we need both of them? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting both and the live feed.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was
That's
going to
awesome.
do anything, I would kill the live feed. I would not worry about the live feed. You just stay on the Skype call. That way you're hearing me in real time. That's what I would do.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh,
Done and done.
what does Jim say? He says, "Oh, I found out the other guy that beat on Ric Flair was besides Jay Lethal." Yeah, I think that's Jeff Jarrett. Huh? Believe that's Jeff Jarrett. I think I saw that later on, didn't I?
I think that's what it said in the article, right?
I don't know. I'm not
Jeff
sure.
Jarrett?
I don't
Seems
get
like I
to
remember that name.
I don't get to read half of these articles, man. Let's see.
What?
You heard me, dude.
My God.
Hey. I've got 50 irons in the fire. I apologize. Okay.
Don't apologize to the audience for being unprepared.
The audience knows me, bro. They know me better than anything. Believe that.
Okay.
Believe that.
Believe that.
Believe that.
What do we got?
What do we got? Huh? What
Hey,
do
let
we
me
got?
ask you something real quick.
Go ahead.
How come we didn't see the Matrix roll up with the music and the whole video at the beginning?
Because, man, we're working through technical difficulties.
No. When the first time we went live, it did the same thing.
Yeah. Because I'm a boomer, Dan. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hit the
Oh,
button.
I see.
I didn't hit the
Okay.
button.
Yeah, because you go, we're live, and I'm like, well, what happened to the opening credits, man?
Well, I was having to overcome, adapt, and do a bunch of stuff. But, hey, that's, yeah, I know. I'm a boomer.
That means, dude.
Sorry,
yeah,
man, I forgot. Well, that's what they
move
call.
on.
That's what they call us old bastards that forget shit. Boomers.
Oh,
It has to
okay.
do with the baby boomer generation. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Sorry, man, I forgot. You weren't even running things, Tom. What are you talking about, man?
I think that was probably me that said that.
Let's see.
Or maybe it was the other.
Okay, so
Work is busy, dude. I mean, it's just, it's that time of the year for water bottling. It's busy. We're shorthanded.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, I could go on and on about that, but that's not what this show is about.
No, it's not. It's about getting away from that crap and
You know
getting
what I
into
mean?
some other crap.
Start
So,
hacking the freaking Matrix already.
All right, sure, man.
What do we got? What do we got?
I'll tell you what.
What do we got?
I'll tell you what we got, Big Daddy. We got the top of the heap. We got that
Top
stuff
of the
that
heap,
just
man.
dog piles you every day, and we're gonna get through this crap because I hate this section of the show. Matter of fact, if I had my way, we'd cut this section of the show out. But we have to
Can't
be
do it.
socially
Gotta talk
relevant.
about it.
If we're gonna hack the Matrix, we got to know what's going on in every facet of reality. And the reality that we're stuck with right now is this shit going on in the Ukraine. Yeah, it's just garbage. Russian tank attack in eastern Ukraine kills 2 Americans, a Canadian and a Swede. 2 Americans, a Canadian and a Swedish citizen were killed this week when a Russian tank opened fire on them during an hours-long battle at the front line in eastern, oh my gosh, Donetsk. You best not go to Donetsk, because Donetsk region. Yes, right, cutting edge, no doubt. I let's see, the part of the battle where it happened. They had gone to defend a ravine, I think, a river crossing or something. And they did that successfully, but at the end of the mission, they were ambushed by Russian tanks. Marinsna said the first shell injured Luke. 3 guys, Edward, Luke Skywalker. No shit, guys. If you go to Political and read this article, that's the guy's name. 3 guys, Edward, Emil, and Brian. They immediately attempted to help Luke to do first aid and evacuate him from this spot. Then the second shell killed them all. So basically, they went to help a guy, and all of them got whacked. So, yeah.
Everybody's losing their life over there, and I don't know that they're getting any closer to any kind of resolution. I really don't. But
Yep.
moving on.
Moving on. Okay.
Moving on.
I just found out in the browser thing that I had to fix your voice. So we're gonna get through it, people.
What's going
what
on
he
with
said
my
at the
voice?
beginning that you didn't hear is we're gonna hear more from different countries. People getting hurt there.
Yep.
Because more countries are getting involved in this, and it's exactly what I'm afraid of. Escalation. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this one's from Texas. Oh yeah, this was from our associate producer, I believe. I believe this was Tom. Sent this in. City repeatedly asked for grass to be cut before fire that burned Balch Springs homes. Apparently 26 homes were burnt. They were damaged when an overgrown field got cut, and apparently the mower hit something metal and sparked a fire. And
yeah. And it's awful dry out here, man. It really is. There hasn't been a lot of rain for quite some time, and you couple a spark with dry grass and the Texas wind, you'll have a quick blaze really quick, man. So yeah.
Yep.
Drastic times.
Yuck.
And all that.
Yuck. Let's see what else we got. No thanks.
What do we got?
We got China sending troops and tanks to Russia. Yeah, they're just.
Yeah.
I mean, more of these headlines, man. They're just flooding stuff in. They're doing exercise. This is about exercises they're going to do with Russia. So they're allies. Hey, what's up?
This is where it's just like Vietnam. This is a theater where China and the United States and the Allies can fight and not fight against each other. And you got these smaller countries that are going to be the staging ground for these de facto wars between superpowers.
Yeah, it sucks.
You got China. China has not condemned the aggression by Russia, and now here they go going to send equipment, just like we're sending equipment to the Ukraine. So
Yep.
there you go, man.
Yep. It's just escalating.
It's repeating itself. We repeat ourselves. We can't help it. So there you go.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we got this video that was put out. What's my man's name? Ted Cruz down on the border. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are responsible. Ted Cruz shows graphic video of narco slave trade at the border. You can find this on Twitter and just about any social media. It's a video he put out about migrants crossing the border and a lot of human trafficking going on down there. And you see here, the tweet itself, it won't show you the video right away. You have to click into it to see it. And I'm not showing it here. Yeah, I'm not showing it here. So
yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. But the idea of the story is it's a real problem, man.
Oh yeah.
And unless somebody does like Senator Cruz, he goes to the border quite often, and he's trying to get the word out. There's a lot of whitewashing going on about what's going on these southern borders, man, and he's trying to bring that to light, and it's a dangerous situation. I mean, it really is. So you could have a million, well-intentioned people come across that border, but you get one psychopath come across that border, it's like a cancer cell, man. It can do damage.
This has been a problem for decades. Decades.
Oh, yeah.
I
wouldn't lay that at the doorstep of this administration. That we've neglected the border across the aisles for a long time.
Absolutely. There's
the only one that really tried to address it was Donald Trump.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you have to give him credit.
Because he wasn't a politician, man. He couldn't buy that guy, so he tried to secure the southern border.
Yep. Yeah, we know what's going on in today's politics. It's just a bunch of people that are.
You pile of fucking nuts!
There's no doubt.
But anyway, I was going to say that one of my favorite books, I was just remembering it when we were talking about this story. It was one written by Joseph Wambaugh, very famous writer of true crime stories. I think Wambaugh wrote Serpico, the movie that Pacino made its name on after The Godfather back in the day. But he wrote one.
Serpico was a true story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what Wambaugh wrote about, was true crime. And there was a book, I can't remember the name. I'll have to look up his Tom, if you can, look up Joseph Wambaugh and try and find the book that's about the border. It basically was the Wild West, man. These guys, they had undercover guys, Hispanic fellows working for the Border Patrol that were undercover, and it was Wild West, dude. They threw down at the drop of a hat. It was ridiculous. That book was crazy. But I just say that to reinforce what Danny's saying. The only president we've had that actually tried to do something about it was him. So, yeah, it's something we really need to pay attention to. And if you want to stop seeing people get hurt, let's start controlling that border a little better.
What's the essence of the book you're looking for?
It's about the Border Patrol by Joseph Wambaugh. I think you spell his name Wambaugh. I can't remember the name of the book though, but it was really good. Let's see. The next headline we got here is Maximum Danger: Xi Jinping's Taiwan invasion has already begun with threats to Pelosi. Yeah, we've got a couple of headlines on this. I believe.
Hey, just real quick, Joe, John, the name of that book, Christianity and Secular Border Patrol?
No, that's not it.
No?
That sounds like something he would have wrote as like a documentary type thing. This was a work of it was a novel, but it was it's nonfiction. It was a nonfiction novel. It told a story, but it wasn't a documentary style thing. I'll look it up. Let's see. The Blooding? No, that's not it, buddy. The Blooding is not it. Lines and Shadows. Lines and Shadows might be it. Not sure. Lines and Shadows might be it.
I pull his name up, and there's a pretty lengthy list of books here.
Joseph Wambaugh is a well-known writer, man, from back in the 80s. But anyway, we got a couple of headlines on this Pelosi going to China thing. Here's another one. China bulks up troops around Taiwan. U.S. sends carrier forces in reply, and
absolutely,
because the young lady's going to Taiwan.
Is that confirmed now? Have they confirmed that trip?
I'd be shocked if they do it.
I say send her over there, her and her freaking, insider trading husband. Let them go over there uncovered.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, well, that ain't going to happen.
Do us all a friggin' favor. They're making money hand and foot off the people, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure.
But, that's how, look, honestly, if it's something that's scheduled, we need to go.
Yes, absolutely.
And if that's her going, then she needs to go, because we cannot blink. You can't sit there and let somebody say you can't do this.
Right.
That's on the world stage, and she's got to go, and we've got to go.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
That's just what my feelings on that shit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think if it's a scheduled thing, we should go. And obviously they're planning on doing it. Look, I think we referenced last week that if you're going to lead, you need to lead with strength. And if you're going to lead out of weakness, then you're going to get stomped on. So I don't want a shooting. We've already got a shooting war going on. Okay? It's going on in the Ukraine right now. And
we got a shooting war going on right here in our own country.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's see. What's next here, guys? From the desk of Joe Biden. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Do I really have
just
to
real
talk
quick on
about
it? We're allied with Taiwan. If we turn our backs on them now, they'll be done. That'll be done. Yeah, that'll be it for them.
Yep.
This China will roll right on in them. Yeah, Joe Biden is the gift that keeps on giving. This is my guy right here.
From the desk of Joe Biden, Hunter Biden and the Columbia connection.
There you go, man.
Oh, man. I have never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings. This guy is such a lying sack of shit. Biden said in Iowa in 2019 during Democratic presidential primary campaign. That's a pretty definitive statement. And since then, Joe Biden or his spokespersons have stood behind the denial. So today in 2022, the president's position is that he has never spoken to his son about his son's overseas business dealings. Well, I'm pretty sure that's full of horsepucky. Now there is a new story that will test Biden's denials once again. What follows is based on reporting by John Levin and Joshua Rhett Miller in the New York Post.
New York Post.
Yeah. OAS. I don't know what that stands for. It's a Brazilian construction company called OAS, was exploring a number of projects in Colombia, including
money laundering,
of course, including 2 wastewater treatment plants estimated cost of $300 million and $350 million, and $1.8 billion hydroelectric power plant, and $3 billion upgrade to the Bogota subway system, according to the Post.
Yeah.
Whatever. These guys are. You said it best in your little note you put on the stuff. They're mobbed up. They're mobbed up
They are mobbed up.
just like the Clintons are. I mean, you know. Oh, but whenever I
You know,
mention
and all that money that's
whenever I
supposed to go these,
whenever I
these,
mention the name Clintons,
Yep.
now let's not forget I am not suicidal. Okay, I just want to make that
Yes.
clear. Let's
well,
see.
you know, those two big money projects they're talking about there. You know that money was diverted somewhere else. That's too bad.
Yep.
Too bad. And I'm sure we're footing the bill for all that crap anyway.
Oh, you know, at least for the trips to set it up. That's for sure.
It sounds good, right? Water treatment plant.
Oh man, come on. Hunter Biden evidence wrongly labeled disinformation by
Whoops.
FBI whistleblower. What?
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 Nothing to see here. Laptop doesn't exist.
FBI investigation
Information
into
is-
Hunter Biden wrongly labeled verified evidence of disinformation. Agency whistleblower claims.
There you go.
Man, come on. Are you serious?
Who's at the wheel?
A bunch of criminals. That's who's at the wheel, man.
This is why I tell people all the time, nobody's going to jail for this. Nobody's going.
No.
They're all in cahoots with each
That's
other.
why.
man.
That's why everybody was on Trump's butt to put people in jail. They wanted to see that happen, and he didn't do it. Man, you know, if he makes it in next time around, I think he's going to do things differently. We'll see, though. We'll see.
Well, we got to come up with another option because, you know, Trump, now how old is he now? I mean, at some point, we got to look at the age limit for these presidents.
Yeah.
You know, we were having a discussion about this the other day at work. If you're going to go beyond the retirement age during your term, you shouldn't be able to hold the office. I mean, not really, because, you know, we say in this country past the age of, I think it's 65 or 67, whichever one it is, you shouldn't be holding the highest office in the world of the free world anyway.
We would have never had Ronald Reagan then.
Sorry, I just believe that. I really do. And I think in his second term, it's questionable who was at the wheel there either. I mean, that Secretary of State was pretty prominent.
Yeah.
During the Reagan era.
Yeah. True enough. True enough. True enough.
That's just, well, you know, let's see what the people in the chat have to say about that. That's an interesting topic. Should there be an age limit on, you know, President of the United States or public service as a whole? We have a retirement age.
I can always put up a poll.
Should we hold that?
I can always put up a poll.
Put it up. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Well, actually, no. I'm not that finessed yet. I don't know where it is to do that. I know where it is on the regular site.
Word.
Okay. The next one we got is dozens of inmates raped, assaulted, and harassed
So bad.
after jailer sold male prisoner a key to women's wing. Federal lawsuit claims. He sold...
Clark County Sheriff Jeremy Knoll.
Unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Clark County Sheriff Jeremy Knoll, let's see. At least 28 women were filed federal civil rights lawsuits alleging they were attacked, harassed, and sexually assaulted in a southern Indiana jail after an officer sold access to women's wing of the lockup facility. Jamie Knoll.
Several additional plaintiffs are said to be on the way.
Oh my God. This guy, Jamie Knoll, is the lead defendant. Sold the key for $1,000. He sold the key for $1,000.
Yes. Just when you think people can't get any lower.
Wow.
Here comes Jeremy Knoll. It's Jamie Knoll saying, hold my beer, as they say. I can get lower. Let me sell the key to the ladies' lockup. What a dirtbag. I mean,
take a good look at a guy.
So does he get all those counts though? I mean, is he named as a co-defendant in that? How does that go? He should be on the hook for all that shit.
All I can say is take a good look at a.
You pile of fucking nuts!
You little white face,
Yeah.
disloyal buck.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just wow. Yikes, man.
yeah. Wow,
That's
all you can say
that's
on that.
horrible. I mean,
Yep.
well, they just don't give a shit about people in prison, for sure. And the bad part about it is half those people are in there for damn near nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, our next story. Manchin's latest shocker, a $700 billion deal. West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin said in a press release that his agreement with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer would dedicate hundreds of billions of dollars to deficit reduction by adopting a tax policy that protects small businesses and working class Americans while ensuring the large corporations and the ultra wealthy pay their fair share in taxes. What? Look at
Attack the rich, man. That's the marching orders. Attack the rich.
yeah.
Attack the rich, but when it comes time to reelect, you go right after those same people and
they
say,
really
"Hey,
want
man,
to
can
shake
I have some
hands
money
with
for
them rich folks then, don't they?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
right in their back pocket.
Wow. See, guys, it all comes down to the money. Just that's why they say all the time, follow the money. Follow the money, and you will see who. What did that guy say? I'm going to have to clip that out, Dan. From, yep, I got to do that. Rhonda, if you're watching, remind me. I have to clip out Donald Sutherland in JFK, where he holds up the three fingers. Who benefits?
Who has the power?
And who has the power to cover it up? Yeah, that's all you have to ask yourself. That's really it. Okay, boys and girls. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, we had this one late. I always check the news right before the show. Massive floods in eastern Kentucky and Gulf homes leave several dead. I believe when I watched ABC News, there was 8 dead so far from the flash flooding there. They have had inches and inches of rain, and they've got 2 to 3 more inches forecast. So say a prayer for those folks in Kentucky.
I think this morning I saw 12 was the count, but that was this morning. It could be more. Yeah. I mean, they're trying to dig these people out and trying to find people, and I'm sure
this
they're
is
trying
a
to
part of the
people.
country that's not used to flooding, no doubt about it.
And apparently there's been a lot of rain across the United States. We haven't seen any here in Texas,
and we're not seeing it in northwestern Louisiana either. We're not seeing it here either. I mean, I usually cut the yard on Wednesdays. I didn't do it this week because I don't need to. It's not getting any water. So, and I'm not the kind of guy that waters the lawn. So,
right. These poor bastards up here, these torrential rains. And I mean, it's sad.
Sad stuff.
Sad.
Yeah, it is.
Because that rain came down in such a hurry. I mean, it just overwhelmed the pumping.
And they got more coming.
And,
they were talking about people standing on their kitchen tables waiting for help because it happened so fast. So, yeah. Of course.
So it just doesn't happen in New Orleans, right? So.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, New Orleans is just.
Say prayers for those folks there, man.
New Orleans is just that place. Oof. That's the thing about that city. It's a bowl. It's underneath sea level. I mean, So if you have anything, large amount of water and the pumps are not working, that's bad. I've been down there during just a regular rainfall, and the streets get flooded. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think I've shown you.
Though.
It is a kick-ass town. Don't get us wrong. We love the party capital of the world here in the state that I was born in, and it's right close to where my brother was born at too.
Yeah.
So, we love the Big Easy, man. I try to get down there once a year. I got to go to Cafe Du Monde.
That's it, bro.
I get that beignet.
Get the beignets, bro.
That's a cheat day for me. Got to get that beignet.
Yeah.
Right.
We like to frequent Cafe Beignets right there by our hotel. We like to stay at the Monteleone.
Well, man, Al's got a question.
What do we got?
Well, we got
I'm gonna miss the graphic. Dude.
We got millionaires
I know.
In cleats, bro. Millionaires in
I
cleats
know.
trying to spread their messages. Trying to let the folks
to
know
do
what is up. Oh my
Showing how
gosh. I love the Cut Daddy
highly
one.
tuned athletes
I,
we are. Yes.
I love the Cut Daddy one, man. That's the one I love. What
Cutler's
is
like,
what?
still in
What?
this
Are
league,
you serious?
bitch.
You're gonna
Now
smack me
you're
around
slapping me in the
again?
face.
Why are you doing this to me, man? Why are you doing this to me? So, what we got today to start off with is Texas commit Arch Manning. That's short for Archie.
Which is a stupid freaking
It
name,
is a
by the way.
stupid
I'm glad
name.
he's
I
not
don't
going to
know
LSU.
what's going on there. Arch
Those
Manning, no
Mannings,
longer
dude, they
number
never
one
go-
overall prospect in ESPN's recruiting rankings. Oh, I wish I'd have read this.
Who's
before.
that?
I'd have cut this.
ESP what?
Yeah,
Who put that
the
in
Communist News Network. I don't
I
know
mean,
who put
that
this
had to
in
be a
there.
Henry.
I do not know
That's
who
a
put this
Henry
in here.
entry.
Most
That's Henry.
most talked about recruit in the 2023 college football class is no longer at the top of the list.
Ugh.
Let's see. Quarterback Maliki or Maliki Nelson
Yeah, dude.
of Los Alamos attempts to pass. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. So apparently this guy, Los Alamos, is that California? Yeah. Mission Viejo, California. Okay. Wow. Vejo?
Going fast.
Vejo? Isn't J H in Hispanic? Vejo?
Super Ho?
This Super Ho?
What?
Oh man, look out. Anyway, this is the number one guy now. Okay. Well, we'll have to keep an eye out. I think they're predicting a little early.
He's
but,
my number one. A guy.
You are my number one. A guy. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what Arch Manning found out.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
You gotta beat the man.
That's right, baby. That's right. To
It's
be the
all
man,
there.
you got to beat the man.
None of those guys are the man anyway. I don't know why
No, they
pump
aren't.
these kids up, man.
Okay. That they go deeper and deeper into this stuff now. I mean, when they started showing high school basketball games of certain recruits, I was like, man, you're putting too much on these kids. Don't put them on that
Bro.
early.
Under Urban Meyer, Joe Burrow couldn't get on the field.
No. Couldn't get on the
Couldn't
field.
get on the field.
Couldn't get on the
Had to
field.
go to LSU quarterback because, we don't know anything about quarterbacks in LSU. So that was just lightning in a bottle. That was the Lord just saying, you know what, LSU, I'm going to give you a good quarterback and let you see what the rest of that, all that talent you got, let's put a quarterback out there that can get the ball out in the field.
There you go.
And that's what you get right there. But, yeah, under Urban Meyer, he said he couldn't throw, couldn't move, couldn't play. Urban Meyer's a douche,
All right.
straight up.
The next one we got 49ers have moved on to Trey Lance as quarterback, Kyle Shanahan says. Now, I saw this the other day. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan has made it no doubt that Garoppolo is done as the starting quarterback as the 49ers. Now,
Have they not traded him yet?
they have not traded him yet. And don't be surprised if he's got a Seattle uniform on, which, that's neither here nor there. I hope they don't do that because that would just cost us assets. We already have a guy like him in Drew Lock, so I don't know why they would do that, but that's the rumor, is that they –
Well, I was just going to play devil's advocate here, Joe.
Yeah. Go ahead.
G Money has taken the team to the Super Bowl.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Has taken the team to the NFC title game.
Yes.
I mean, he's got a great win percentage.
Yes.
He's not flashy,
No, he's not flashy.
but I wouldn't put him on par with Drew Lock, who has done absolutely nothing.
I would. They're about the same quarterback. Both of them.
There you go.
Both.
There's Joe making that leap.
Well,
Okay,
it's
cool, man.
why
Rock
is
and
it a
roll.
leap, Dan? Why is it a leap?
It's a total leap, bro.
Shanahan,
Lock
his
hasn't played.
his own head
Wow.
coach
Ooh,
wouldn't
boy.
let him try and do a drive at the end of the first half of the Super Bowl he played in. Wouldn't let him do it.
Unbelievable.
Would not let him do it.
Unbelievable. Okay, so when was the last time Drew Lock even was in a playoff game?
Drew Lock didn't have the team around him that Garoppolo did. Garoppolo had a defense that's a killer and a killer running game. And his his head coach called it that way. They ran the football and played good defense. If you've not watched Jimmy Garoppolo play, half of his throws are off target. He is inconsistent. And so is Drew Lock. I'm just saying that we have a guy like that already. Why not just save the assets, write this season off, and move on? But I got a feeling they're going to get him, and we'll give up a couple more draft picks for things that we already have. So, we've already got 2 inconsistent quarterbacks. Why not get a third? Why not? Sure. Sounds good.
Moving on.
Moving on, sir. Moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah, we definitely differ on that guy. We differ on a lot of quarterbacks. Let's see. What's next here? We have... get it in place here. The Bears hoping for new stadium as Chicago mayor releases plans for Soldier Field renovations. What are they? Are they going to spackle up the bullet holes or what? What's going on?
I have no idea.
Hoping for new stadium as Chicago mayor releases plans for Soldier Field renovations. What are the plans? Lightfoot proposed fully enclosing the stadium by rebuilding both end zones with columns that can support a dome. And they'll never see a championship again. Are you serious?
There you go.
Classic Soldier Field, you want to put a dome on it.
Well, sure, it worked out really good for the Vikings,
Didn't
right?
it, Dan? 4 Super Bowls in the 70s. They moved him into a dome. Closest they've come was Randall Cunningham's old ass getting beat up by the Falcons. Wow.
I don't know what's going on with these northern teams, and they got to put everybody in a dome. You know what it is? It's not about winning titles. It's about putting fannies in the stadium, getting your luxury box seats, and squeezing every penny you can get out of the fan base. The fan base will be on the hook for the renovations. They'll be on the hook for the higher ticket prices, the parking, everything. That's the only reason why you put a team.
Oh my God! Read what Henneby's saying in the chat. He said, "Read the last line so Daniel can lose his shit. Better suited for soccer," is the quote.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. I didn't mean to cut
Communism.
you off. But yeah, that leads right to your point. It's better for those. It makes it a better venue for more things, and it also gives them a chance at a Super Bowl, Dan. That
to host one.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah, to host one. Yes, absolutely. But their
It's
team,
not about the Bears winning titles.
Their team will never see one. No, not in a million years.
The way they're a home field advantage, you're never going to see the Packers go in a dome.
No,
never.
Never. You will come to the frozen tundra in January. It is a home field advantage you cannot buy.
And who dominates that division, man? It's the fucking Packers, dude.
Yep.
They dominate that division.
The
Vikings, the worst thing they ever did was go inside in a dome for the franchise. Now, I'm sure they're making money hand and foot on whatever they're filling the seats with, but maybe your soccer games.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't help the team.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, now we get to talk about those millionaires in cleats and how silly they can get. Former Raiders first-round pick arrested for second time in 6 months, booked on drug charges. Well,
he can't get out of his own way.
Some guys just, oh my God.
I don't care how much money you give some people; they're just going to be who they are.
Yes, they are.
And he had his ticket. He worked hard, got to where he needed to be to get that big money, and then there you go.
For those that don't know, this is cornerback Damon Arnett. He was their number 1 pick, and he can't seem to get it right. And
this time the cops said they found cocaine-like substance in his pocket during a traffic stop. That's still under debate, blah, 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 but it certainly doesn't look good for a guy that's already got a history. So, he'll have his day in court. Maybe it was baking powder. Who the frick knows? But you would think after the first time, this guy would look at his life and say, man, I got the world by the horns here. I got it, and just can't seem to get out of his own
Well,
way.
when Ricky Williams was having his struggles, Dan, I was a huge Ricky Williams fan, and
Sure.
when he was having his struggles, I was like, I mean, I don't care how bad that antisocial stuff disorder he is. I think if somebody brought weed anywhere near me when I was making tens of millions of dollars, I might ring 911 myself and tell them hey, come get this guy. He's fucking with my wallet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the flip side of that is these guys live with a lot of pain.
This is
So
true.
would you rather
true.
you rather smoke weed or take some of these freaking pain-killing drugs, the opioids that these they
Brett
prescribe?
Favre made it pretty
And these
plain that
guys
he got
get
hooked on those too.
addicted on these
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Brett Favre got
I
hooked on
mean,
those.
weed.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah, weed's
I mean,
not bad.
those athletes, and it's not even just football. Across the board, these athletes across the sports as a whole, on the slick will tell you that they would rather smoke weed to kill pain than take these opioids.
Absolutely. Well,
and Ricky Williams was in amazing condition.
Yes, he was, but he took it. He took it for a very specific thing, though. He took it because he had a social disorder where he had a hard time around people. When he'd go to, remember he used to go,
that he had to live with.
Yeah, he used to.
Like
imagine that kind of guy
he wore
being
his helmet when they were doing the interviews.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say, with his visor on it, so they couldn't see his face. Yeah, I mean,
look, that's a real thing too. Don't discount that.
I'm
just
not.
Because somebody's an
I'm
athlete.
not at all.
Yeah,
I'm not at all.
So, but
I've always loved my man Ricky.
On a whole, as society, we look at these athletes and say, "Oh man, they're millionaires, and why can't they sit up there and do the interviews?" Well, they may have a human problem in the background.
Yep.
But we don't afford them that same concern that we would afford somebody else.
And some of them
you're a
might,
millionaire, so you should be able to take it.
They're real people like everybody else. They might have an anger management type thing. Like what was that guy's name? Made Jim Rome famous. Played for the Saints.
Oh, Jim Everett.
Yeah, Jim Everett. Kept calling him Chrissy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I still think that was staged myself.
Right.
But, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Who's Romanowski had real anger problems.
Yeah.
That guy right there was just a nightmare. When he put on his pads, and who knows how much of his personality was affected by the collisions.
Yep.
Up to a certain age or era, head-to-head collisions in football was just a occurrence that happened every play.
Yeah, but now they realize what it is, and they're acting accordingly now, and that's why the game's changed. I mean,
Sure.
But
I say put flags on them anyway. So
well, when it comes,
they don't know how to hit it
when it comes to the NFL for this week, we're gonna.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Yeah.
It is a different game. That's for sure.
So let's look at the NBA. Dan reports that we've got some good news coming out of the NBA for our team. Kevin Durant trade rumors. Celtics reportedly emerge as possible destination for Nets star.
That may, I personally, we were just a hair away from winning the title, and I think
You think a big man would have made the difference? You think?
Well, I think not just the scoring, but the veteran leadership. The guy's been there and he's done that. We don't need a whole lot out of Kevin Durant. A couple buckets on the perimeter would always be nice, but I think that veteran leadership is what would get the Celtics over the top.
I was going to say the last time we won a championship, it was three vets that did it. It was Garnett.
And they had a great supporting cast.
Yes,
great
they did.
Supporting cast. But
no doubt.
Got to have that good mix of guys that have been there.
Yeah.
And he's been there.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool stuff there, man. Pretty cool stuff.
That would be cool if they landed him.
It would be cool. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Uh-oh. Guess what, boys and girls? You about to this is when I miss not having Dan's camera right here. Okay? This is when we hate not to have Dan's camera because, it's that time of the show where we take a look at the Simple Jack Award winner. Yes. The Simple Jack Award winner. Yes. You know, Simple Jack. He's trying to take care of those butterflies for us. And in honor of Simple Jack, we have this young woman right here. Yes,
my
Brittany
goodness.
Griner testifies she signed documents without understanding what they said after being stopped at Moscow airport.
Rookie mistake, and you hate to see it.
You hate to see rookie mistakes like this. Oh, my God.
Come on, man.
What
Now,
is
keep in mind,
going on?
This lady had been playing in the Russian league for 4, 5, 6 years, and so she's been back and forth. I think she would understand what the culture is over there, but to sign something, and I think her wife, fiance or wife, I'm not sure how that goes, but she posted a picture. Good luck on the board, right? Because I guess this lady's going for the bar. Good luck on the bar. I guess she's trying to get her attorney license. But you would think, being associated with an attorney, you would know not to sign
anything without reading it.
You don't know.
It's pretty obvious you need to read what you're going to sign. I would
You
think.
can be living with a lawyer and still sign something that you don't understand.
Yeah. That's all
I have to say about that.
Uh-oh.
Never go full retard.
And she went full
Never go
retard,
full
boys and girls. She went full retard, and therefore she is the Simple Jack Award winner for this week.
Look, Hunter Biden made a strong push for it, but she came out of nowhere, came from the back of the pack, and said, "Whoa, let me get in on this.
Let me get in on the Simple Jack Award,
Let me lay this card down on you, see how that carries. What kind of weight that carries."
Let that be a lesson to you, boys and girls. Always read what you're going to put your signature on. Okay?
Always.
All right.
Always.
All right. Next up, we have another NBA story. It's Enes Kanter, Freedom, says NBA run by Chinese dictatorship after exclusive recordings surface.
Whoops.
Wow.
That explains a lot of things.
That's a 3-minute recording. Let's see. Cantor Freedom, who famously changed his last name in reference to his adopted country of the United States, love it, joined Carlson to react after damning recordings of figures, including the Players Association General Counsel, surfaced. Oh,
get you some.
My Lord. In one recording, Ron Klemper, the NBA PA lawyer, said he had just spoken with the league's counsel at the time and that he wanted to have a conversation about their concern right now is not so much what you are saying off the court, but what it is that you're saying on the court when you step onto the court. That's a long way. Cantor Freedom has sworn several NBA rule-abiding but anti-CCP slogans such as Free Tibet and Slave Labor, the latter also directed at shoemaker Nike. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder LeBron is all about them.
Mm-hmm.
That sheds a lot of light on this stuff, doesn't it? Amazing.
Certainly does. Certainly does.
Wow.
You can't hide anything today. I mean, you're going to be audioed, you're going to be videoed, and if it's out there, it's going to come out. That explains a lot about the direction of the NBA.
That is the mark of a...
You little white-faced disloyal buck.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that just makes me not want to watch that even more.
Even more so.
Wow. Okay.
We'll see where that goes. That would be nice if that unraveled a little bit.
Let's keep a sharp eye on that. And there was I should have put this in earthquakes, but I put it under sports because it's been an ongoing story, and he's been making light of it this whole time. But last Friday, right before the news cycle ended, right after our show last week, Vince McMahon announced his retirement from the WWE, and a lot of people were sitting there saying, well, yeah, this is just him, trying to appease the stockholders and blah, blah, blah. No, boys and girls. Paul Levesque, better known as Triple H, is now head of creative. John Laurinaitis is out. They are bailing because this investigation that the corporation has been running has been picked up by several news sources, and they're finding their own stories to write about it. Right now, the dollar amount is in the $14 million as far as payouts to women for sexual advances and so forth, for NDAs. And
that's a lot of money. If you're innocent, man, that's a lot of money to be paying out.
And it's looking like it's all company money, not his. So, yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir. So we can officially say about Vince McMahon.
That's it, man. Game over, man.
Yes,
Game
no
over.
doubt.
Yeah, he's
way beyond time for that guy to
and
step
I tell you
down.
what, you know what? Raw's ratings this week showed a significant jump the Monday after he did it. People were tuning in to see what it was
Really?
going to look like without him, which there wasn't much of a change because, it just happened. But watch, people are going to start watching WWE programming again just to see. Because, look, one of the most popular runs of their farm organization, Dan, it's called NXT. It's where they send guys. It's their developmental wrestling thing. It's run down in Florida, okay? And they have a special arena for it and everything, and their training centers attached to it and everything. This is where these guys get their start if they're, say they see a supermodel that wants to become a wrestler, and they send them there to have them work on their character and things like that, right?
Right.
And Paul Levesque, Triple H, was running that. And it was, at one point, almost more popular than WWE. A lot of people say that AEW came about because of how successful NXT was. People were tired of watching that scripted horse shit over on, it's all scripted, but you understand what I'm saying, way overproduced stuff.
Sure, man. I think they would be well served to go back to a more traditional format.
Yeah.
Thin the herd on all these different weight classes and this and that and the other, and bring back some good, solid characters. Put together some good storylines
and
people
do the
are really
storytelling in the ring. That's the big thing.
Yeah, man.
Through
the
WWE
interviews and in the ring, if they could do that, I would start watching again because I missed that.
Well, the wrestling that you and I went and saw over in Dallas, that was AEW,
Yeah.
and right away
Yeah.
you knew what was going on in the ring just by what they were doing, and they were doing it in the ring. They weren't. It wasn't a bunch of video production, none of that bullshit.
Sure.
They were in the ring, and Danny was sitting there telling me, "Oh well, this guy's not going to buy into that crap." That's the bad guy right there. He knew right away, and that and that's something they've lost in WWE. They try and tell these stories in video package and all this overproduction shit, and if you're a real wrestler, you do it in the ring. They tell their stories in the ring. So that's something I hope they get back to, and I think they will with Triple H. I really do. He's an old school guy, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, yeah, it's a good infusion of what we say younger blood. It is younger blood, but it's a guy that's been there, done that, and he recognizes what success looks like.
Yeah.
It's the story, and it's the characters, man.
Yep.
There's no shortcut to that.
And what's funny is Cody Rhodes, the guy that started AEW, just came back to the WWE. And so they've got, AEW's been around about 4 years now. They're coming up on their 5th year, and there are some guys disgruntled over there. So we're going to start seeing guys flip-flop between the two organizations. It's going to be fun to watch. And
you think the AEW is going to dissolve eventually?
No, I don't think they are. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I think both are better because of each other, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Competition breeds excellence.
Oh, absolutely.
WWE got stagnant without competition. Now that AEW is on, has shown them a little competition, now they're going to try and get better. And Vince just wasn't going to do that.
Very cool.
Vince just old and stuck in his way. He's 76 years old, man. I mean, he should have been retired already.
Yeah.
Kind of your point you were making about the president.
doubt.
So,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Lose that edge, man.
I think that Al is getting a little tired of listening about sports because
What do we got? What do we got?
he wants to know what we got. And what we got, boys and girls, is the Flix.
The
And
Flix.
the Flix is our section about everything pop culture and, movies, comic books, everything like that.
Word.
And we always start this segment with the box office breakdown from last week. And Thor, Love and Thunder could not hold the top spot for 3 weeks in a row.
What?
They were knocked off.
How was that possible?
They were knocked off by Nope.
Nope.
Jordan
I don't even know
Peele's
what that
new
is.
Jordan Peele's new UFO/horror movie. Nope.
Okay. What kind of reviews is that getting?
I don't know. I didn't check the reviews. I did have a friend of mine who saw it, who's a big UFO enthusiast, tell me that the aliens in Nope are flying purple people eaters. I think is what she described it as.
What?
Anyway, yeah. It made $44.3 million in its first week. Thor dropped another 51.6% in its third week to $22 million. This top grossing opening weekend Thor movie from that franchise has only made $276 million for Marvel domestically. That in any Walt Disney book is a flop. So it'll be interesting to see how far it drops next week. It was 68% last week. It's 51% this week. Holding at number 3 is Minions: Rise of Gru. Then we got Where the Crawdads Sing. Made another double-digit number. That movie looks interesting. If you've seen the previews for it, did you ever see the Jodie Foster film Nell about the girl that grew up in the swamp and could barely speak?
No.
It looks like that,
No.
only with only this girl can talk. She lives in the swamp, and her trying to it's like a culture clash type of movie. She lives off the land, and she has to interact with society. And it's a thriller basically. It looks good. And then hanging on to the bottom rung at number 5, Danny's pick for Best Picture.
Look.
Top Gun Maverick.
I mean,
$10 million.
it's right there. You talk about staying power. Staying power, right? Attention. People have the people's attention, right? Best movie, best director, best actor, best screenplay, best set designer, best gaffer.
But as we know, my friend,
best score.
As we know, my friend, Hollywood is political. It's never going to get all that. You know it's not. Dream on, my friend. Dream on.
Maybe we should come up with a new award and we crowdsource the winners.
Crowdsource the winners?
Yeah, put these categories up and let people vote. Have our own award system. You get real people's real thoughts.
I hear you. Well, I will get it down how to make a. I will figure out this week how to make a poll on the fly for the chat.
We'll call it the red carpet edition.
Right, the red carpet edition. Okay, so that was the rundown of the top 5 domestic grosses. Now we're going to talk about the San Diego Comic-Con. This headline says Marvel's Phase 6. What we know so far, and I'm not going to show you the picture. I don't want to give it away. We're going to watch a video, which I will not be hit for because it's from the Comic-Con, shot on a cam somebody had in the audience. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what's coming up. And we'll pause it as we go if you want to say something. I don't know if you can hear it or not, Dan, but if you need me to, I'll...
No, just roll it, dude.
You should be able to hear it, I think. But anyway, we'll just roll it through, and then we'll talk about it, okay? Here we go. Kevin Feige's coming on stage.
Hey, everybody. Ash, how are you? Paul H. When I was on this stage in 2019, we introduced Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And believe it or not, almost everything we announced that day has come to fruition. And now, believe it or not, we are approaching the end of Phase 4 when She-Hulk Attorney at Law comes out. And this November, Phase 4 comes to a close with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. If Black Panther is the end of Phase 4, what in the heck is Phase 5? Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania kicks off Phase 5 on February.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
We've got coming to Disney Plus, Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion, which is going to be hard to
Finally,
pull off
Guardians
because
of
that's
the
the
Galaxy
Skrulls being
Volume
bad guys
3.
and they're good guys in the movies. Guardians of the Galaxy, Danny's
We are
favorite.
shooting right
part 3.
now our new series for Disney Plus, Echo, and I can't wait for you to meet all of her characters.
Echo.
We're in production on The
Who wants that
Marvels,
show?
the sequel to Captain Marvel 2. Loki Season
The
2
Marvels.
is shooting right
Loki.
now. Blade, starring Mahershala Ali, comes out November 3rd, and we start filming this October.
The
Our
room is
series
spinning
Ironheart
really fast.
Yes,
is
it
a part of Phase 5, shooting right now.
Blade, a PG
Turning in her
version
own series,
of Blade.
Agatha,
I don't think
Coven
so.
of Chaos.
Ironheart, a female Iron Man.
And I am very happy to
Agatha?
confirm
We all wanted to
that
see
Sam
about
Wilson
Agatha,
will be appearing in the
from,
next Captain America
WandaVision?
film, which is called Captain America: New World Order.
Captain America: New World Order. Now that might be good.
And rounding out Phase 5, we have a series on Disney Plus. This is very special. It is going to be an 18-episode first season. 18
And
episodes.
be afraid, be very afraid. The best thing
Daredevil,
Marvel
Born
Television
Again.
has ever done, the Netflix version of Daredevil, is now in the hands of Disney.
I
and
hope
they're
you've
doing
heard of
an
Mr. Charlie Cox
episode
and Vincent
series.
D'Onofrio.
18. And
The end of Phase 5.
Charlie is
July
playing
26th,
Daredevil,
2024.
And, D'Onofrio is playing. But it's on Disney Plus. I don't think there's going to be any crushing
The
of heads and
Thunderbolts
doors.
capping off Phase 5, and we will go through the team another day. There are many more surprises.
Thunderbolts
to
is
come.
basically
If you
the
guys wouldn't
Suicide
mind looking
Squad
ahead a
Marvel
little bit
style.
with me to Phase 6.
And they did give us a tease of Phase 6. I'm
Phase
interested
6,
in this.
confirming Fantastic Four is
The Fantastic Four is finally going to make it to the MCU
2024.
on November 8th, 2024.
Now there's a lot of dates there, and I am not, there'll be plenty of time to have more surprises to take you through everything. But you might want to know how Phase 6 ends. And there are 2 films that bring Phase 6 to a close.
One of them better be
It's not.
Yeah.
Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. If you don't know who Kang is, he was at the end of whatchamacallit there, Loki, and Avengers Secret War. And anybody that knows about the Secret War, there's a reason why the logo's in black and white. It's because that's when my boy Spider-Man gets the black and white outfit. That's when he gets the symbiote attached to him. So yeah, that's the rundown of Marvel, Dan.
So again, Marvel, no Hulk, right?
No Hulk. No Hulk, sir.
Oh, that's right. We have She-Hulk.
Yeah, we have She-Hulk. That's what we have. Yes, we do. Actually, and I've told you about this, but I know you probably don't see it, but I do. That She-Hulk series could be good, especially in the climate that they're making it in, because, hang on, let me get this graphic back up here with all of Phase 5 on it. Hang on. Trying to get, okay, there we go. Come on, tighten up. Good God, this guy with this blurry cam. He's killing me. And bump. Okay.
I'll tell you who's killing
Yeah,
me is Marvel.
Marvel's killing both of us.
How do you abandon one of the jewels in your crown?
Right.
The Incredible
Okay,
Hulk?
so, Dan, you
To
should see on your
nothing.
screen here pretty quick the Phase 5.
Is
And
there a puke bag available?
yeah, it's there needs to be one. Ant-Man and the Wasp, that's comedy. That ought to be fun. Secret Invasion is going to be hard for them to do because they've already established in Captain Marvel that the Skrulls are good guys in the MCU, not bad guys. So how exactly is that going to work?
They're going to turn bad.
They're going to have to
somewhere,
turn
shape,
bad
or form.
somehow. Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3, and it's done by the same guy who did the first two. That's great, but their contracts are coming to an end. Rumor is a lot of those guys are going to die. So I don't know about that one. Echo, that is the gang runner from the Hawkeye series that's deaf and an American Indian.
There you go.
Yeah, everybody wants a series about that, don't they?
Yes.
Loki season 2. Okay. All the girls are like Tom Hiddleston. My daughter will dig that. The Marvels, a movie that they decided they couldn't do a Captain Marvel 2. They had to shove a bunch of people in there because everybody hates Brie Larson. So they had to put a bunch of other characters in there. What the hell? Don't know about that one. Then we got Blade. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. No matter what they do with this Blade show, it's not going to be 1/10 as good as the Wesley Snipes version. So I don't even know why they're doing it. And it's on Disney. I just don't see a bloodbath happening on Disney. Do you, Dan?
No.
I don't see that
You'll
happening.
cut somebody in there like cotton candy will come out
Right.
or some shit like that.
And then we've got Ironheart.
Maybe they'll just talk it out. Who
Maybe
knows?
they'll just talk it out. Ironheart, right? The female version of Iron Man. Agatha. It was her all the time, right? We get to hear all about Agatha in a series. And then your boy Daredevil's coming to Disney Plus, Dan. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's going to be garbage because Disney will not do what Netflix did, which will give you a in-your-face, really dark character, that's who Daredevil is.
Yeah.
He gives everything injustice, and it's not pretty.
No.
It's not funny.
No, it's not.
It's
It's
a
none of
guy
those
that's
things.
really on a mission, and it's like the Punisher. That series, Jessica Jones. That series.
Yeah. When Netflix
Most of
had
those
it,
Netflix-
I don't know.
Yeah, they did it
Yeah,
right.
they did. And unless Disney's going to have an R-rated section of their channel, this is going to suck. Yeah, in comparison. Well, I think it'd suck in comparison anyway because
Well, I watched the Moon Knight crap, and being a big Moon Knight fan, that
it's
that
just
series was
horrible.
crap.
Yeah, gotcha.
Absolute crap.
The only things on this
But
whole
I'm not the
lineup that I
target
mean,
audience.
look, I'll go see anything that is funny, and I like the Ant-Man movies. I think they're funny. I'll go see that.
Yeah.
Captain America, New World Order. By the title, it sounds like they're going to expand on Winter Soldier and the surveillance state thing and all that. You know, if they do that, that has a chance to be good. So I'll give that a chance. Thunderbolts, I hate bad guys anyway. And as far as
Is Lightfoot's going to
don't
be
know.
involved in that? Or no?
I don't even know what the lineup is for that. But Fantastic Four coming, I am hyped for because I dig the Fantastic Four, and
You know what I like about the Fantastic
the Hulk
Four
beating
is when the Hulk kicks the shit
thing
out
all
of
the
the thing
time.
all the time. No matter
I
what
knew that
form
was
the Hulk
coming.
is in, he kicks the shit
But,
out of the Rocket.
let's see.
I'd pay money
But
to
yeah,
see that on the
Fantastic
big
Four,
screen.
the Captain America movie, the rest of it, they could keep all that. Really, I just they also released a She-Hulk trailer, which actually makes it look like the run that John Byrne did, and so that's why I say in this current climate of them doing the powerful whammon thing and everything, she was doing that back in the 80s, and she actually broke the fourth wall during the trailer, which had me hyped because that was half of the book was her talking to the audience and cracking jokes and bitching at the creators. The perfect thing was
What little bit I saw in those trailers, the graphics
Yeah.
for the
Yeah, it's-
She-Hulk, I mean,
I'm hoping it's
ugh.
unfinished. They've got to work on that. Yeah.
not good.
Okay, so that is the Marvel lineup. Now, there's other people doing superheroes out there, guys. There's other people doing superheroes. As shown on Geeks and Gamers, I don't know if you knew about this one, Dan. The Samaritan trailer dropped. Yeah, boy, I know you're a Stallonian. He is going to enter the superhero fray. Sylvester Stallone is taking his piece of the comic book pie as Amazon has released a trailer for their upcoming superhero film, Samaritan. And he's wearing a hood a la Bruce Willis in Unbreakable. Yeah, man. So we'll have to check that trailer out. I'm not showing trailers anymore. Man. I'm just gonna let you guys know where to find them because I got gigged last time I did it. So
yeah, you get smashed for that.
And also,
The Boys season is kick-ass, man. It's really good.
Yeah,
so a lot of intrigue.
I'm still catching up. I actually watched a couple episodes of season 2 last night. I got up to where they had stolen his son.
Homelander's
son. Yeah, Homelander's off the chain, man. He is. Okay. Our next story is the Russo brothers believe British actor Rajon Page should be the next James Bond. Now,
hell yeah. There you go.
Here's my issue with this, and it has nothing to do with him being...
What is your issue with this?
My issue is not him being Afro-American. I have said very many times that I would have no problem if Idris Elba was James Bond. I think he would be awesome at it. That's a tough dude. Okay?
He's badass, dude. He would be a great Bond.
This is if you want to go the Roger Moore direction. This guy looks like a clown right here. It's just, yeah.
That's a disrespect to Roger Moore, man, because Roger Moore was kick-ass.
Roger Moore started off...
He was a stylish guy.
He started off kick-ass, and they turned him into a clown. I'm talking.
Well, that was the 70s, cocaine.
Let me make sure I make it clear. Late Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Clownish. Yeah, that's what this guy looks like. I'm not down with this guy.
Not down?
I would be down with Idris Elba in 2 seconds. He gives the Connery vibe. He's a tough guy,
He's got the vibe, dude. Yeah. He really does. I watch anything that guy puts out.
Yep.
He's good. Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately this week we have to say goodbye to some of our favorites. We had 3 of them this week. Paul Sorvino, the actor from Goodfellas, and that championship season died at the age of 83. Me and my wife have seen him plenty. We're Law and Order addicts. When there's nothing on TV, we throw on Law and Order, and he was on there a couple of seasons. He was actually the first one to replace a police officer on that show. The original guy that was Mike's partner was shot and killed, wasn't he, Rhonda? I think. And this guy stepped in. But
wasn't he the mob boss in The Firm as well?
I'd have to look it up, Dan. I don't really know.
I think he was.
I know he was the guy behind everything in Goodfellas, though. He was the one you had to bring the money to, baby. Yeah, he was the one cooking up the pasta for sure. Yeah, he was the guy, and he loved he loved our guy that just passed away in that movie. What's his name? God, I can't even remember his name now.
Yeah.
But anyway, Ray Liotta. That's it. Yeah. No, the Firm guy was Quaker Oats guy. Quaker Oats guy? Who is Quaker Oats guy, bro? But anyway, he was the first one to go. I hate to see Paul Sorvino go. He had a full life. He was 83. The next one, let's see.
Paul Sorvino was in The Firm. Thank you very much. I got the cast right here. Yes, sir.
I didn't put it up here, but the guy that was in Leave It to Beaver passed away too. Wally. Yeah, I didn't get that one up here.
That sucks.
I guess I missed that one. But he passed away. But the big one for me this week was David Warner. It says in the headline here, actor known for Titanic and Star Trek. Guys, he did so much more stuff than that.
Much before that.
That's just so people that are younger than us.
Time Bandits.
Yes, Time Bandits. Was he the devil in that, Dan? I can't remember. He was some evil dude. He was the evil. He was the guy running the thing.
Character.
He's the one that gave him the map so he could try and undo God or something like that, right? My favorite movie with him. Hang on, let's go to his IMDb page. His IMDb page. It says here he's known for. Oh yeah, I mentioned this to you in our production meetings. One of my second favorite Star Trek movie of all time. Everybody knows Wrath of Khan's the best Star Trek movie ever, but The Undiscovered Country is my pick for second favorite, and he plays Chancellor Gorkon in it. He's the guy he's the Klingon trying to bring peace. If you've never seen that movie, it's a great allegory for when the wall fell in Berlin. It's that kind of thing. It's pretty cool. I love the opening scene of that movie where that crazy dude, man, Sulu is the captain of the Excelsior, and and they hit the blast wave from that moon blowing up. That's a great scene. But anyway, they mentioned Titanic. Guys, this was one of his smaller roles. He played the security guy for the bad guy in it. I mean, that was one of his smaller roles. But
he had much bigger roles.
He was the master control program, Sark, in Tron.
Yes,
I forgot all about
Tron,
that shit.
dude.
Yeah,
that was the shit.
He was the master control program. Yep. He was also in The Mouth of Madness, John Carpenter's movie. But my favorite movie he was ever in was Time After Time. That was my favorite. The one where he was Jack the Ripper and stole H.G. Wells. He played chess with H.G. Wells. He was best friends with H.G. Wells and stole his time machine when he found out about it. And came to the 70s and was right at home in our violent future.
Now, we used to watch that on HBO, didn't we?
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know how well that did in the theaters, but that was
It didn't do well right out the gate, but man, it got a cult following after that for sure. But yeah, kudos to David Warner. We're going to miss him, man. He was 80 years old.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.
Yeah, they don't live forever, do they?
No, they
man?
don't. And what's messed up for guys like me and Dan, we're starting to lose guys that we watched as kids now, and it's
no doubt.
And they're heroes, man. No doubt about it.
They made watching the movies. It's funny. You saw these guys in the trailers. You saw them that they were going to be in these films, and you would go see because these were great actors. They were great at their craft.
Yeah.
And they're, no matter what role they were playing,
they
really brought it home.
The age of the put asses in seats actor is coming to an end. There's not many of them out there anymore. I would venture to say that Cruise is probably about the only one that you can put his name on a marquee and people will go without even knowing what it is,
Yeah.
I mean, if you put Christian Bale's name on a marquee, are people going to go run into that movie? I don't think so. If they put Russell Crowe's
he's a
name,
great actor.
He is great. I'm
actor.
just saying the Hollywood icon, their days are numbered, and it's because of streaming and all that stuff. We all know what the factors are.
Names that I would still go see would be Hanks, Denzel.
See, Hanks not so much for me anymore.
Denzel. I'll go see Stallone, man, because I know his movies are going to be explosions.
Yeah.
They're going to be excitement, and I'm going to be able to get away from reality for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's what, movies used to be.
But think about the age of the guys you're talking about.
Yeah, these are all older guys.
The younger guys, I mean, I think Chris Pratt could be one of those guys for the younger generation.
Chris Pratt is good, yeah, man.
He could be one that could have staying power and be an icon.
If you have not seen The Terminal List,
yeah,
I believe it's Amazon Prime.
I still have not been able to see it, man. Between this show and the comic book, I have not been able to do it. But I do want to see it. Yeah. Well, I want to get caught up on The Boys. You keep telling me about The Boys, and I gave up on that show.
The Boys is good.
But
there's another guy.
But I'm glad that I got back into
Carl Urban. I go see whatever he does.
Yeah. Yeah, but once again, that's not a guy that the general public, you put his name on a marquee, the general public's not. Chris Pine is not going to put asses in seats, You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the days of the icon are numbered.
People don't go to the theater anymore anyway. They're all sitting alone. They're either pirating this.
But it's still the best
streaming.
way to go see a movie, if you ask me. I'm sorry. It just is.
There's no substitute. Really
okay, so next. And we're running late, guys, because we started late. We had technical difficulties, but we're getting through.
No doubt.
Next, we got this indie comic. It's brought to us by Indie Spotlight on First Comics News. Tell us about this one, Dan Siderall. The last.
Yeah, this is just a website that I'm throwing up there, and people, if they're into indie comics, they can look at some of these websites. And I think I'm going to throw up a website. Be more focused every week,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Aftershock, maybe Valiant,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of highlight these indie comics that people, if they're interested in something other than the big two,
Mm-hmm.
they can go look and find things. So
Yep.
this is more of me throwing a link in there to a link that people can expose themselves to or get exposed to indie comics. Because
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Wow, I'm glad you
You know,
did. I'm looking at this now. It's called
uh,
what's it called? indieplanet.com.
right.
And apparently it's a place where you can sell your book.
Yeah.
Wow. Print on demand.
There you
Wow.
go,
I
bro.
got to check into that, Dan, because I'm
Check
still
into
looking
that.
for a place to put my book. And this
Absolutely.
is one of those 20-page rags like I like.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, Dan.
And I tell you,
Very cool.
most of the indie sites that I go to, they do have options for new artists, new ideas you can submit, and so yeah.
Well, the thing I'm really
Again,
looking into,
that's
man,
useful.
is who's going to take the smallest chunk from me. That's
Sure,
the one thing I'm looking at. So.
sure.
Okay, let's see what else we got. Do we have anything else in the Flix this week? No. So it's at this point in the show when Al, he starts having questions.
What do we got?
And what we got?
Man, he is really a tyrant, bro.
He is. He wants to know what the hell's
He's
going on.
walking away from everybody, yelling, "What do we got?"
We got those earthquakes, man. We got that chick trying to put
People
on
trying to
lipstick,
talk to him,
and things are
chick
just
with the
falling
lipstick
down
trying to
around
talk
us.
to him, and
What in the hell?
He's not even listening.
No, he's not even listening.
That's him yelling, "What do we got?" And she's shaking all over the place.
She's shaking all over the place. Well, what we got is more of the same from the top of the heap, but it's a little less crucial. Pelosi scraps pro-police bill dealing blow to vulnerable Democrats. Oy vey. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi admitted Thursday she does not have the votes to pass a public safety bill, a blow to vulnerable Democrats who are trying to run against accusations that the party wants to defund the police. Now, Miss Pelosi, I don't know if you're aware of it, but your president has one of the worst approval ratings in history, and the midterms are coming. You might want to get some people from the right back to the middle there, girl. But I guess that's not on her agenda.
No, she is not aware, and she does not care because her old man is raking it in with the insider trading information.
The insider trading information. What could you be talking about, man?
I don't know.
What could you be talking about, man?
Moves are made on the stock market prior to bills being passed, and big money is being made.
Yep.
Prior to crucial bills being passed.
Yeah, like we talked about last week. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, let's talk about this big move right here. What did you tell me in that text? Small guy gets crushed in the capitalist system. JetBlue wins Spirit.
Hey, the market always
takeover
corrects
battle.
itself. The weak get
3.8.
destroyed in the capitalist system. It really, if you're weak, you get gobbled up.
Let's
for better
see.
service.
JetBlue Airways Corporation on Thursday prevailed in months-long bidding war for Spirit Airlines, Inc. after the ultra-low-cost carrier accepted its $3.8 billion buyout deal. The New York-based airline clinched the deal in a day after Spirit terminated its $2.7 billion merger deal with Frontier Group Holdings.
Yep.
Wow. JetBlue.
Not able to run. I mean, I'm sure they
JetBlue.
were short on pilots and
Expanding.
short on this and short on that. Fuel costs.
That may be
through
why
the
they're
roof.
buying them, is to get the pilots.
Sure, the
I mean-
pilots and the terminals. Look at where they can go to now.
Mhm. Yep.
They get to absorb up all those terminals wherever JetBlue was going. So, and the pilots and
Let's see
all
what's
that
next. The economy shrinks for a second quarter, fueling recession fears. Recession fears, folks. If you
There's gonna
don't know
be-
it already, we're in a recession. Don't listen to the news. It's telling you, oh, we might be getting into a depression. The friggin' did we do a story on the rate hike? The interest rate hike by the Fed.
I believe we did a couple weeks ago and how it would affect people on Social Security.
It's happened 4 times, guys. It happened on Tuesday for another 3/4 of a point.
So you're saying there's going to be shrinkage?
Gross domestic product dropped an annualized 0.9% in April to June period. Consumer spending slowed on decrease in merchandise outlays. Guys, yeah, if you don't realize we're in a recession, then you're not paying attention. Now, gas prices, I have noticed, are coming down gradually. And I've got my thoughts about that as well. I think,
Is it at $2 a gallon yet?
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's not.
Yeah.
But
No.
it has gone down almost
Oh, that's right.
$1.
$3.65.
Yeah,
$3.65.
it's gone down
That's-
almost $1 from the peak. So
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, it does suck, and expect it to get down even lower right before the midterms.
Okay, as long as it gets down to $2, I'll be happy then.
It'll shoot right back up after the midterms are over, though.
Get it back to where it was and keep it there because it was there for almost 4 years.
Okay, now my brother put this one up here because he just loves to make fun of this franchise.
This is my final thoughts for the night, by the
Oh,
way.
well, then we won't look at that now.
I don't know who our associate producer was that put it there.
That would
But
be
that-
me.
and I
I
even
put it
said
there. I put
clearly
it there because
in
I
the
thought it was the
feed.
one below it. Okay, so
No.
you will have that for a final thought. That wasn't up
Yes.
fast enough to read. The next one is at least 14 of Hunter Biden's business associates met with Joe Biden despite president's denials. Oh, this is just more about the
Despite-
same story we had
This is
earlier.
more about the same story.
Yeah, it's the mobsters known as the Bidens.
The Bidens.
Don't they call him
fathers.
Joe Bribham? Isn't that one of his nicknames, Joe
I don't
Bribham?
know. Sleepy Joe Bribham. I don't know. the family Biden.
Yeah,
the East Coast
I
family
don't
Biden.
know.
Straight out of Scranton.
All I know is they're straight out of.
Pile of monkey nuts! You little white face!
Straight out of Pile of Monkey Nuts.
That's it, man. That's it. Telling you, these
Yeah.
guys suck.
They are laughing
At least
all the way to
14
the
of
bank.
Hunter Biden's business associates met with Joe Biden while he was vice president in the
VP.
Obama administration, contradicting the president's claims that he had no knowledge of his son's foreign. Look, at this point, Joe Biden doesn't even know what the hell he's saying. So
See,
why-
right here, we should be running the graphic. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Do I even have that one? Let me see if I have that one.
thought
Do I
you
have
did,
that one?
man.
I know I downloaded it.
some-
I don't know if I added it to the rundown.
Yeah, I think we want to add that.
Yeah,
so we can
I gotta
just
add it.
bust these
It's
kinda
not in here, man.
Nothing to
It's
see
not
here.
in here. I apologize, Dan, but I have to
It's
add
all
it.
right, man.
Nothing to see here
If you-
would be awesome
Look,
right here.
it's good that you don't have video of me right now because I was flipping you off. Please.
That's all right, bro. We're going to get through it. Let's
Yep.
see. Okay, so we have reached that part of the show where Al,
Turn it on.
of course,
What do we got?
What do we got?
wants to know what we got. Well, guess what? We have got Mike Tyson and Lennox
Whammo.
Lewis letting us know that it's time to turn out the lights, baby.
Turn it off. Oh, that is
Time
a
to
great
turn out
knockout,
the lights.
dude.
It's painful to see. Oh, damn it!
That Lennox Lewis, a 1-2, classic 1-2.
Yeah, the mic is
Smoke,
devastating as well.
Oh
Devastating
yeah, that's
as
the
well.
classic
So-
one shot.
Danny's final thoughts. Let's get them up here. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, yes. This had music. I turned it down, but it's the meme he wants
Look,
to
I
show
think this
you.
is a good move by the NFL. I really do.
Breaking. The NFL has just announced that all future Super Bowls will be played in Dallas to ensure no team will ever get home field advantage again.
It's fairness. That is one of the best moves. And that's a move I can get behind from the NFL. I mean, really, they are really looking to make it fair and balanced across the board. Nobody will have home field advantage. You know, you're not going to have back-to-back Super Bowls again. Buccaneers got the home field. You know, Rams got the home field.
Yeah.
You put it in Dallas, you guarantee that no one will ever have home field advantage again.
Ah, man.
How about them Cowboys?
Spoken like a true Saints fan. Yes. My brother. What's that guy that's on the logo you see on the back of trucks? He's always peeing on something. I don't know what that guy's name
Piss
is.
on the Cowboys,
but
man. Hey, thank God Jerry Jones had the foresight to shit can Jimmy Johnson. Because you know what? The Cowboys in the 90s were like watching the freaking Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, they were tough.
You know you couldn't beat them. I mean, they just were steamrolling.
Nope.
But Jerry said, you know what? Let me just blow that up.
Yeah.
And there you go. The NFL has come out and said, every Super Bowl will be in Dallas. And again, it's all about fairness because moving forward, no team will ever have home field advantage again.
Never again, boys and girls. Okay. Well, guys, my final thought for tonight, and thank you for that, Dan. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. My final thought for the night is thank you to JoesAtmosfere Jim. He has decided to jump on board my sketching cast. I'm still working on the comic book, guys. And as you can see here, this is from the second video we did together. And he really enhances the conversation. Let's listen in. What I like to call side quests after that. And then we jumped right into the Hayden storyline. And that, guys, that was like endgame quality shit. Because you had battles going on two fronts. You had the leadership of mythology, which was myself, Ron's character, Knock.
Saxon.
We had Saxon, Travis's guy. And then who was the fourth? There was four of us.
I think Taranok was there.
No, it wasn't Taranok. Taranok was back with you. You were leading.
No,
you were
it was
leading the
Alpha
fight
Rev.
against the demons.
That's right. It was Alpha Rev.
Was it Alpha Rev? Was it with us? Was he the fourth?
Alpha Rev.
Because I remember
Yeah.
the fourth guy. It always changed. But he decided to join my stream and I really got to thank him for that because guys, if you've never seen me sketch
Very cool.
you've never seen me sketch the comic book. Sometimes I get lost in the drawing portion of it, and I just get lost and forget about it, and I stop talking. So Jim really jumps on it, and if you guys haven't seen my last two streams, go look at them. You'll enjoy the talk. We were just talking there about some old mythology days on a video game we play, and we had a website where we wrote an open role play, and a lot of the ideas I have for my comic book came out of some of that. So anyway, of course, I'm always until it happens, I'm gonna push Comic-Con. Go to geekcon.com. If you're going to be in the Shreveport-Bossier area, the 19th through the 21st, definitely come see us there. I've got my posters I'll have on sale, and they're here. This is the artwork from them. But definitely check out GeekCon. It's GeekCon.com. And go check them out. If you're going to be in the Shreveport-Bossier area, you can get one of these posters for $20 a piece, $30 a piece with my autograph.
For signed ones, right?
Yeah, my signature. And
yep.
I hope you guys will come. But that's our show for tonight, guys. We had a few technical difficulties out the gate, but we got past them. And the show will be improved. We're actually, I've gotten on StreamYards, and our associate producer, Tom, is starting to play with that. I'm probably going to work on the layout myself this week. Me and Tom could both get in there and start playing with it and start setting it up. That way, when we have these technical difficulties, it'll be a lot easier for my brother on his end of things because he'll be able to go in and out anytime he wants to pretty easily. So we're getting better, but anything else you want to tell the fans, Dan?
No, thank you for anybody tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe, up the membership, and hope everybody had a good time. God bless everyone.
All right, guys. Listen, until I see you guys again, which the next time you'll see me, I'll be streaming 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. That's in the PM, in the afternoon. I'll be doing the show with JoesAtmosfere Jim, the guy I just showed you there, my old buddy, who he actually is working on his own comic book venture called the JoesAtmosferes. hence his name, Justifier Jim. So until we see you again, guys, keep on keeping on.